Click subscribe to get latest news and don't forget to press the bell icon.
President Trump has called out members of the GOP before who haven't been doing their part in representing the party and the Americans who voted for them. In light of the recent healthcare fiasco, the president has stepped up his efforts to make sure GOP traitors learn a lesson they won't soon forget. In what amounts to an unheard-of move, Trump endorsed a primary challenger to a sitting senator who is known for standing against GOP policies. Trump tweeted, "Great to see that Dr. Kelly Ward is running against Jeff Flake, who is weak on borders, crime and a non-factor in Senate. He's toxic." Donald J. Trump tweet, "Great to see that Dr. Kelly Ward is running against Jeff Flake, who is weak on borders, crime and a non-factor in Senate. He's toxic." 3:56 a.m., August 17, 2017. Dr. Kelly Ward, an osteopathic physician and former Arizona state senator, is challenging Senator Jeff Flake, RAS, in Arizona's 2018 Republican primary after failing to unseat Senator John McCain, RAS, in the previous primary cycle. The doctor has had a staunch record for voting on conservative issues, advancing 19 bills into law between 2012 and 2015. She was also a staunch Trump supporter. In one fundraising email she wrote, "The #NeverTrump globalists are rallying to defend one of their most prominent members. Sanctuary Senator Jeff Flake," according to the Daily Wire. The doctor has also recently hired operatives from the Trump team, Eric Beach and Brand Loader, two of the Trump campaign's consultants. "I think he's done great despite all of the obstacles he's faced with resistance, Democrats, the GOP establishment and the mainstream media opposing him at every turn," Ward said of Trump. "He's still accomplished so much." Flake, on the other hand, has been a vocal Trump critic. According to Breitbart, Bart, he recently went on a media book tour in which he denounced the president and his agenda on camera before urging Republicans to rebel against his leadership. "We pretended that the emperor wasn't naked," Flake wrote about Trump in his book, Conscience of a Conservative. "Even worse, we checked our critical faculties at the door and pretended that the emperor was making sense." Americans who don't already know would be shocked to learn some of the positions Flake has taken in the past. A couple of weeks ago, he proclaimed to CNN's Wolf Blitzer that Republicans should embrace the 2012 pro-amnesty autopsy report, which recommended amnesty for all unlawful immigrants as its single policy solution. Flake also mentioned in his autobiography that he would celebrate the deliberate obstruction of immigration enforcement agents. His main point in support of unlawful immigration was as a cheap labor source, a belief he would vote for when the Democrats pushed the 2013 cheap labor and amnesty reform bill. As you can imagine, Flake's presence on the Senate floor hasn't been particularly helpful to conservatives across the nation, and Trump hasn't ignored this. Even though it's still 1 year away, Trump is planning ahead to make sure those members of Congress who are stalling the GOP's intentions feel the consequences of their actions. As in Jeff Flake's case, Trump will be personally supporting contenders of these elected officials. Those anti-Trump members of the GOP who are not representing the will of the American people, but rather a political establishment that is more concerned with its own well-being, will feel internal political pressure and opposition. This is a huge step toward purging the Republican Party of those who routinely embrace ideological and political liberalism, and a return to conservatism for the party.